Hurricane Florence, disaster still feared as storm's winds weaken. Hurricane Florence has been downgraded to a Category 2 storm as it approaches the U.S., but officials still warn of a disaster at the doorstep. Florence's winds may have dropped to 110 miles per hour, 175 kilometers per hour, but its slow-moving nature could mean it lingers for days, bringing catastrophic flooding. Some 10 million people are now under some form of storm watch. Florence may now be heading further south, and Georgia is the latest state to declare an emergency. It joins North and South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland and Washington, D.C. As of 2300 hours Eastern Daylight Time on Wednesday, 3 o'clock GMT Thursday, Florence was 280 miles, 455 kilometers, southeast of Wilmington in North Carolina, the latest National Hurricane Center advisory says. Forecasters have adjusted the predicted path of Florence. It is now expected to make landfall a little further south, on the Carolinas border on Thursday. Although the maximum sustained winds have fallen, they are not expected to weaken further and the forward speed of the hurricane is also dropping, meaning it could linger near the coastline through to Saturday. This means that torrential rainfall could last for significant periods and cause catastrophic flooding, including in inland areas such as Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky and West Virginia. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper said, "The time to prepare is almost over, disaster is at the doorstep and it's coming in." Up to 1.7 million people have been ordered to evacuate across South Carolina, North Carolina and Virginia. Some 5.25 million people are under hurricane warning or watch, and another 4.9 million people are under storm warning or watch, Associated Press reported. The biggest danger to life could be from storm surges, which are still predicted to be as high as 13 feet, 4 meters, between Cape Fear and Cape Lookout in North Carolina, areas that could also see up to 40 inches, 101 centimeters, of rain. Hurricane force winds will emanate up to 80 miles from the center of the storm, say meteorologists. President Donald Trump issued a video message saying, "This is going to be one of the biggest ones to ever hit our country. Protection of life is the absolute highest priority." A National Weather Service forecaster said, "This will likely be the storm of a lifetime for portions of the Carolina coast. And that's saying a lot given the impacts we've seen from Hurricanes Diana, Hugo, Fran, Bonnie, Floyd and Matthew. I can't emphasize enough the potential for unbelievable damage from wind, storm surge and inland flooding with this storm." Jeff Piard, of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, said, "This is going to be a Mike Tyson punch to the Carolina coast. Florence could wreak more than $170 billion, 130 billion pounds, of havoc and damage nearly 759,000 homes and businesses," says analytics firm CoreLogic. Ask a question. Share this chatbot. Energy companies warned Florence could knock out power in some areas for weeks. Waves 83 feet, 25 meters, tall were recorded at sea on Wednesday morning. European astronaut Alexander Gerst shared images of Florence's eye wall from space, calling the storm a no-kidding nightmare. But while many coastal residents have complied with mandatory evacuation orders, others are boarding up their homes and vowing to ride out the storm. Delicatessen owner in Wilmington, Brad Corpening, told Reuters he would stay, saying, "I'm not approaching Florence from fear or panic. It's going to happen. We just need to figure out how to make it through." Restaurant owner in the town, Solangelia Thompson, told Agence France Presse, "I'm staying. The building's solid and Buddha will protect us." What can you do? You can't stop Mother Nature. Hurricanes. A guide to the world's deadliest storms. Hurricanes are violent storms that can bring devastation to coastal areas, threatening lives, homes and businesses. Hurricanes develop from thunderstorms, fueled by warm, moist air as they cross subtropical waters. Warm air rises into the storm. Air swirls in to fill the low pressure in the storm, sucking air in and upwards, reinforcing the low pressure. The storm rotates due to the spin of the Earth, and energy from the warm ocean increases wind speeds as it builds. When winds reach 119 km per hour, 74 miles per hour, it is known as a hurricane in the Atlantic and Eastern Pacific, or a typhoon in the Western Pacific. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Well, we're about to get punched in the face. Florida Mayor Bob Buckhorn, ahead of Hurricane Irma, 2017. The central eye of calmer weather is surrounded by a wall of rainstorms. This eye wall has the fastest winds below it and violent currents of air rising through it. A mound of water piles up below the eye, which is unleashed as the storm reaches land. These storm surges can cause more damage from flooding than the winds. Urgent warning about the rapid rise of water on the SWFL coast with the passage of Irma's eye. Move away from the water. Tweet from the National Hurricane Center. The size of hurricanes is mainly measured by the Saffir-Simpson scale. Other scales are used in Asia-Pacific and Australia. Winds 119 to 153 km/h. Some minor flooding, little structural damage. Storm surge plus 1.2 meters to 1.5 meters. Winds 154 to 177 km/h. Roofs and trees could be damaged. Storm surge plus 1.8 meters to 2.4 meters. Winds 178 to 208 km/h. Houses suffer damage. Severe flooding. Storm surge plus 2.7 meters to 3.7 meters. Hurricane Sandy, 2012, caused $71 billion damage in the Caribbean and New York. Winds 209 to 251 km/h. Some roofs destroyed and major structural damage to houses. Storm surge plus 4 meters to 5.5 meters. Hurricane Ike, 2008, hit Caribbean islands and Louisiana and was blamed for at least 195 deaths. Winds 252 km per hour plus serious damage to buildings, severe flooding further inland. Storm surge plus 5.5 meters. Hurricane Irma, 2017, caused devastation in Caribbean islands, leaving thousands homeless. For everyone thinking they can ride this storm out, I have news for you, that will be one of the biggest mistakes you can make in your life. Mayor of New Orleans Ray Nagin ahead of Hurricane Gustav, 2008. Click arrow to proceed. Loading. Swipe to progress. Go back to start. Are you in the area? How are you preparing for the hurricanes? Let us know by emailing javiersay@bbc.co.uk. Please include a contact number if you are willing to speak to a BBC journalist. You can also contact us in the following ways.